This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
It's summer. Time to enjoy long days, lazy nights, and great food. Because Uber Eats has deals all summer long. So, when hunger strikes, don't sweat it. Delicious deals are just a tap away on Uber Eats. Enjoy all your favorite grocery items delivered straight to you. Get ice cream, soda, and snacks from your favorite stores like Wegmans and CVS and make the most of every moment. Now that sounds like a good summer. Order now on Uber Eats. Terms apply. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
This is Optimal Living Daily. Don't be an overachiever by Renata Leo of BuffaloSauceEverywhere.com. And I'm Justin Malik, your personal narrator. We're going to get right to it today and start optimizing your life. Don't be an overachiever by Renata Leo of BuffaloSauceEverywhere.com. For the sake of over-delivering, my boss started. Okay, I'm going to have to stop you right there, I interrupted her while shaking my head emphatically. I'm allergic to over-delivering. My name is Renata Leo, and I am a reformed overachiever. In my young life, I was constantly overachieving. I couldn't settle for B's. If I didn't think I could win something, I didn't play. If I didn't give 110%, I might as well have not done it at all. I have a valedictorian speech and anxiety to show for it. In college, after working myself way too hard and forcing myself to be the president of a club solely for my resume, I realized that it simply wasn't worth it to live life as an overachiever. I wanted to learn how to work a reasonable amount without pushing myself. Unfortunately, after a lifetime of overachieving, this wasn't easy. While I typically have a penchant for overcorrecting, I couldn't quite overcorrect here considering the fact that the exact opposite of overachieving was doing nothing, and I couldn't simply stop all work and still pass college. I had to find a way to not overachieve without completely dropping all obligations. How very un-Renata-like. Luckily, since then, I've learned how to manage my overachieving tendencies a bit better. I realized that I had to set boundaries with myself and others so that I didn't give any of us false expectations. This doesn't come with its fair share of guilt, mind you. But like with anything else, practice makes perfect, something that I didn't learn until recently because, I didn't do anything I couldn't do perfectly right off the bat. What's my problem with overachieving, you may ask? Well, get ready for a rant, people. Number one, you have less time to do everything. Guess what? Overachieving takes time. Being the best and giving 110% to everything takes time. If you're trying to be the best at several things at once, there's no chance that you'll have the time to do them all well. What if you're missing out on other things that you wanted to do because you're spending all your time trying to be the best at everything? My generalist mind and FOMO cannot accept not being able to do all the things. Number two, never stopping to take stock. Beyond not having time to do everything, you don't even have time to stop and think. If you're keeping your head down and grinding until you're the best, you're not being self-aware and actually considering whether or not you're enjoying what you're doing. Without actually thinking about whether or not you're enjoying yourself, you might be getting deeper into an activity you don't even like. Overachieving forces you to work with so much concentration and blind perseverance that self-awareness goes out the window, and that's never a good thing. Number three, you're giving others unrealistic expectations. No one can overachieve in perpetuity. If you insist on overachieving from the start, you're setting up unrealistic expectations. Suddenly, everyone expects something of you that you can't deliver on regularly. This is why I explained to my boss in the conversation at the beginning of this post that I don't over-deliver on the first project. I don't want to set the expectations that I'll over-deliver on them all. Take it from someone who felt the need to get A's constantly because everyone expected me to be valedictorian. Once you start overachieving and setting those expectations, you can't stop. Well, that is until number 4, overachieving leads to unnecessary burnout. If you're trying to be the best at everything or even the best at one very difficult thing, there's always a risk of burnout. And the unfortunate thing about burnout is that you can't overachieve or even normal achieve anymore in a state of burnout. If your brain and body are trying to catch up, you can't even function at your normal capacity. Then you need to take a complete break and step away, getting even less done. Then sometimes once you come back to the thing that caused the burnout in the first place, you become re-triggered into a burnout state. Overachieving simply isn't time effective when it's causing burnout that forces you to stop entirely. And number 5, hobbies are no longer just hobbies. One of the problems with chronic overachieving is that it makes me want to monetize and be the best at every hobby I have. Am I really a writer if I'm not being validated by a company that wants to pay me for my writing? Any hobbies I have, I feel the need to be the best at, or else I can't do them. Now, ever since I started Axe League, I feel like I've broken that spell, even just a bit. Week after week, I've gone back to Axe League because I enjoyed it, even though I was terrible at it. I've gotten better in the many seasons I've played, but I'm just happy I went back to something I enjoyed. It wasn't about being first, it was about having fun. That didn't stop me from posting on LinkedIn for the brief time I was first in the league, but still. You can be an overachiever. All this to say, I won't tell you how to live your life. While the overachiever life wasn't worth it for me with all of the panic attacks, stress diarrhea, and sleepless nights, maybe it's worth it for you. You're allowed to shoot for the stars and go for that overachiever status, but do it because you want to, not because you feel like you have to. Live your overachiever dreams while I have actual dreams from sleeping, something only allowed after deciding to accept mediocrity. Our society pushes hustle culture and blindly striving to be the best. Do you really want to be the best? It's important to consider that before giving in to the pressure of overachieving. While there's nothing wrong with being an overachiever, I'm happy to just be an achiever. So you go enjoy your rat race. I'll be over here eating cookies on the sidelines, or I guess I'd be eating the rat's cheese. I don't know. I'm not going to be an overachiever and work too hard on this metaphor. You just listened to the post titled, Don't Be an Overachiever by Renata Leo of buffalosauceeverywhere.com. I'll be right back with my commentary.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Checking off the boxes on your to-do list is a great feeling. And when it comes to checking off coverage, a State Farm agent can help you choose an option that's right for you. Whether you prefer talking in person, on the phone, or using the award-winning app, it's nice knowing you have help finding coverage that best fits your needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The Jack Welch Management Institute at Strayer University helps you go from, I know the way, to I've arrived with our top 10 ranked online MBA. Gain skills you can learn today and apply tomorrow. Get ready to go from make it happen to made it happen and keep striving. Visit strayer.edu/Jack Welch MBA to learn more. Strayer University is certified to operate in Virginia by Chev and has many campuses, including at 2121 15th Street North in Arlington, Virginia.
Thank you to Renata. I'd be surprised if you don't see at least a little bit of yourself in her story. I know I do. That pressure to give 110% all the time, it's something that's really pushed in our culture and it can be really exhausting. For me, it took me right back to my time in business school. Everyone's trying to get the best grades, land the best internship, and join all the right clubs. It's easy to get caught up in it and start doing things not because you enjoy them, but because you think you have to in order to win or get ahead. And just like Renata, I realized pretty quickly that it just wasn't sustainable for me. Chasing after all those things just for the sake of achievement, it was leading straight to burnout, like she said. It's not about being lazy or not having goals. It's about choosing your goals wisely and pursuing them in a way that doesn't burn you out. It's okay to just be an achiever instead of an overachiever, as she said. It's probably a much happier and healthier way to live in the long run anyway. A good one for me to remember for sure. Hopefully this one was insightful for you. But with that, thank you for being here and learning along with me. Have a great day and night whenever you're listening to this, and I'll be back tomorrow as usual, where your optimal life awaits.